All right. All right. What is up, guys? Good afternoon. Happy Black History Month. Good evening. It's night. I said afternoon, but you know what I mean. It's Black History Month, and this is the first episode of the first show we're doing. It's called the Matrix Gamers Podcast. We're trying to bring in perspectives from different people from other backgrounds and also bringing it into conversation about gaming, being in the Matrix kind of a thing, like the movie, but except we're doing it in a conversation where we're pretty much in it every day. We know how to operate the Matrix while we're in the Matrix. So it's kind of a little parallel, but it's something I thought was a great title. But guys, I just want to introduce everybody because this is my first time doing this with a panel. First off, I'm Nia Moses. I'm coming from Dallas, Texas, and this is my first time hosting the show. And this is also my co-host. This is Chris. Go ahead, bro. Introduce yourself.
What's going on? I'm Crispy Gaming One. Be streaming on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick.
All
and
right.
Happy to be here.
All right, awesome. And this is also my other co-host. This is Perp Pixel. Check her out. What's up, Perp?
Welcome, man. What's up? My name is Purple Pixel, and I do stream on Twitch. I am a variety streamer. I was actually born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, but I reside in Atlanta, Georgia.
All right. She's from the boat. She said she don't play. Louisiana.
Look.
They said, Kiki, do you love me? All right. You right. All right. You riding tonight. All right. All right. So guys, we are gonna get in the first topic. I know it's gonna be a long night, but we're gonna make it a good night. It won't be all night. So here I'm gonna go up my notes. So we're gonna go off this the first topic we're on just to see we're on topic about the games of tonight. So where is my notes? Oh, here's that. Here we go. So guys, so question. So I gotta ask you this first question. So let's get this out. What is your oops, where my camera at? Oops. Something just happened. Guys, we're building as we fly, just so you know.
Some technical difficulties.
Exactly. So example, all right, guys. So tell me, what is your first console and what do you think PS4 has? Okay, sorry. What was your first console, and do you think PS4 has had a longer lifespan than previous generations? Yeah, that's icebreaker question.
Okay. So my first console was the Super Nintendo. Um, me and my brother, we love that thing. I remember I used to go in his room all the time, and we would just go sit down, play Super Mario Bros. For hours and hours on end. And then there was this kind of um not so popular game called Paperboy, and it was so simple. All you had to do was just throw newspapers at people's houses. But that game was so fun to me as a kid. um we didn't have too many games for that system because our stepdad gave us that console. But you said something about the PS4. What was that again?
So PS4 pretty much the lifespan. So do you think the PS4 has had a longer lifespan than previous generations?
Oh, I would say yes. Yes, it has. But I'm thinking about the PS2. And maybe it has to deal with because like when the PS2 came out, I was like a kid, so I feel like as a kid, that time span like seems like it's like a lot longer than when you're an adult. So I'm gonna say the PS4 for sure. But as a kid, I feel like that time span felt longer for the
Awesome.
PS2. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Chris?
Yeah, so for my first console, it was a PlayStation 1, and that was one of my favorite consoles even to this day. I'm still debating on getting one just to have it. But yeah, one of my first games I played on there was Metal Slug and Resident Evil, and I really love those games still to this day. And as far as the category of PS4, I feel like it's lasted a lot longer, especially with them having the PlayStation Plus, how you're able to have like free what is it, like 2 3 free games every month. So I think that draws a lot of people in, especially when you don't feel like buying every single game.
Mhm.
And even with the PS5 being out today, I feel like we still have a lot of PS4 owners. Even me personally, I still have my PS4, and I feel like there's still a lot of hours you could still put on there. And yeah, that's my answer.
You know, it's funny. Man, does the PS4, my honest opinion, it's probably been the best system that I ever paid for to get. And I think Perp said it best. The original in the past, Super Nintendo, we used to go to the pawn shop to buy our games. We didn't have the money like that. So I
Mhm.
dashed you a Press the Retro. It was actually
Mhm.
one of my first ones. The Super Nintendo was the best at the time for us, affordable wise. But the PS4, my thoughts on that is this: it's really simple. You know, the longer lifespan of previous generations, I would say it had a good running for our money's worth, but
Yeah.
um, I think there was more. There could have been more. I think the games were enough. I mean, it could have been more, but the games were so much. I think it had enough games for it. From the God of War, the first new one they bought for it, and then I guess God of War 2 was on there, but it wasn't the best quality, right?
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
and I think also with that being said, it just depends on what kind of gamer you were. Because the PS4 Pro was not a game system I would ever recommend anyone buying. It just
Mhm.
makes no sense. It's just another
Right.
system. It could
Mhm.
have been a PC at that price.
Right.
And no,
Oh,
no,
for
why buy?
sure.
Yeah, why would you? And then you guys can jump in if you want to say something. Just jump in. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, the thing though is that I'm always going to vouch for the PS2. To me, that was the best system for me because I feel like during that time period, like there were different studios that were just doing things and creating different games, just trying this out, see if it'll stick, you feel me? And I feel like that brought attention to a lot of, different genres of games during that time. Like, it didn't have to be a super triple A serious type of game, which we have nowadays, and that's why I really do like that era of gaming. I remember this game, Dog's Life.
Mm.
They ain't gonna make a game about being a dog right now.
That game was just
That
man.
game
I
was
was
wild.
It was. I saw the players. I saw the players talk about it. So I was like watching them play. Like, man, this game is legit as a game. Dog's
Yeah,
life.
and then another one, Bully. Okay,
Oh
Oh
yes,
very
man,
that's a
iconic,
classic.
exactly,
man.
iconic classic game. Like they're not going to make games like that no more because everybody's
Mm-mm.
so stuck and focused on we gotta have, triple X 5D HD I don't know, graphics and resolution, and it's gotta be serious. It's gotta be explosions and stuff like that. During that time, gaming was fun, Gaming was lighthearted, like I don't know, it just gave studios a lot more creative freedom back in the day. I don't even like to say back in the day because it makes it sound like I'm old or whatever. But yeah, it just gave studios a lot more creative freedom than they have today. If you're not hitting certain deadlines right now, then that studio is gonna be chopped.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, guys, thanks for sharing your thoughts on that iceberg. I know we have just starting this new podcast. It's still getting the jitters out, guys. Work with us. We're trying to get used to this. And we're also live on YouTube, also live on Twitch. We're also live on X. So everybody everywhere, please sure to follow everybody here with their title, their name, and their channels, and also subscribe and like their stuff and comment. So the main topics we're gonna get on. So the segment, I'm looking forward to this. I really want to see everybody's thoughts. So
Mhm.
I also want to. Let me just send this to you guys. Check your. Make sure you get this all so you can know where I'm at. We can be on the same page. Check the IG for the group so we can make sure y'all got that information too. Don't want to withhold. So
Whoa.
yeah, yeah. Whoa, right? You see that? So you see the segments, and you know where we're at. So you don't feel like, oh, why is it so long? so we don't even be on schedule for everybody's time. All right. So Forza, you might have to correct me, Perp. I might have to read that.
I got you.
Take your time,
Forza
brother.
Horizon.
Say it again.
Forza Horizon.
5 on PS5.
5. Yes.
So okay, so guys, I'm just thoughts for all because I don't know if everybody played it because I know Chris, you might have been playing it, right? Because I'm sure you have, or Perp, you too. Um,
You know what? I'm into racing games, but I like illegal racing, so that's why I stick to Need for Speed.
okay, okay. So let me
Yeah, I
ask you
haven't
this.
played this Forza, but I have played Assetto Corsa recently.
Okay, so everybody's thoughts. So why is it a big deal to be on PS5? You think with this topic, everybody's going crazy about with the game like this is racing. It's not like a new Ridge Racer from PS4 or something or PS1. It's not the case. What's the big deal,
Yeah.
y'all think?
Um, you know, because Forza is a Xbox exclusive game. So
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Mhm.
So the fact that it's coming to PS5 means like it's a shift happening. So I feel like that's why it's a big deal, you know. And yes, PlayStation has Gran Turismo, and
Mhm.
Gran Turismo's doing its thing, but Forza, if I give my honest opinion, I prefer Forza over Gran Turismo just because I've played it in the past and it was really fun. So I'm actually looking forward to that. I like that, and I might actually consider buying it because it's coming to PS5.
Interesting.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense.
Hmm.
Chris?
But yeah, I agree. It feels like whenever a new game comes to another console, there's a lot of
Hmm.
a pretty good hype around it. Like for example, when PS5 announced God of War Ragnarok, it was like, man, you got to have a PS5 to play this game. Then a couple
Hmm.
years down the road, they bring it a PC, and especially me, I was hyped when that came out. So I think whenever a game like Forza 5 comes
Hmm.
to another console, it is a pretty big deal.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I think it's definitely a big deal because I think the audience for that is mostly Japanese, because they're very big
Hmm.
in cars in
Hmm.
Japan with the Need for Speed. And I mean, I love Need for Speed. I mean, the best one was Need for Speed Most Wanted. No one can tell me otherwise.
That
I
game was
mean,
great.
oh my gosh,
Hmm.
what was that one song? Um, I'm in my, it's something in the hood, something like that song was just, I've
Most.
always played it. I can do anything. What's really good? My hood, like that. The music is playing, is banging. To make the music plays the game, it makes the game playable more. That's the replay
Mm.
value. We need that game style for these kind of
Mhm.
racings. I'll be honest. Great
Now,
game.
now for that game, those cops were ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
AI was crazy.
They were
absolutely
insane.
insane.
Yeah,
I feel like I could never get away from the cops.
Mm.
they're on a
And
whole nother level.
Absolutely.
yes, absolutely. And then going from there, now
Mhm.
guys, now going to the next one, I'm saying now Xbox is moving towards multi-platform releases. Thoughts on that? What do you guys think?
I'm here for that.
Okay.
I'm definitely am. You know what? Not even that. I'm so ready for just just like cross generational, cross platform everything because it sucks trying to, trying to get something, trying to plan something with friends.
Yeah.
And oh, then you got to check what system are you on? What system are you on? Oh, I'm not on that system. I don't have that system. So I think we're at a time in an era where we just need to come together. Like everything just needs to be cross platform because I want to play this game with this person, but they don't have this console, and that cuts us out, from having these experiences.
Hmm.
Hmm. Chris, what do you think about it? Since you
Yeah.
know about it more, I know your Xbox in the beginning, right? Or PS4 or PS
No, PS4.
PS4. Okay.
Yeah, but I agree with that as well. Because, for example, when Dragon Ball Z Spark and Zero came out, that game isn't cross compatible. Everyone was expecting it to be, especially with it coming out in 2024, and you expect pretty much every multiplayer game to be cross compatible. But
Mhm.
release day comes and it's like, hey, you trying to play this game? It just came out today, and it was like, no, I'm on Xbox, or no, I'm on
Mhm.
PS4, and I'm on PC, so it's like none of us can play together. So
Right.
like
Then
you said, everything should just come together. So
Yeah,
no one should have to like buy another console just to play with their friend. It should just be
yeah,
right, because that's
integrated, you know?
extra money that you gotta dish out, you know, even if you do have the console and I don't know, but you but that's not your, like, main console that you play on, so you didn't even bother to buy it for that other console that you have, like, just make it all together, make it simple, okay? This is 2025. We should not be still buying the same game, for 3 different platforms. It's ridiculous.
Look, if they're
Exactly.
doing that for PC still, I think that's still the issue. Because see, the
Mm,
issue was PC got better graphics. They're gonna upgrade it later down the line, and they're gonna wait for that. I don't know why people do that, but I mean, I guess the money's there for PC to
mhm.
buy. I mean, I'm just thinking off the top of my head. I'm just thinking, man, that must be some kind of money they can make to buy that. Because I don't think I'll buy multiple system games. I don't think I can do
No,
that. PC then Xbox,
Uh,
PC, Xbox. I don't know about that.
it would be too much.
Yeah.
yeah, like, I just recently got a Switch, okay?
Oh, oh. Mm.
Welcome to the club.
Welcome. You just waited for that Switch 2's coming. You know that,
I
right?
know, okay, so my reasoning behind this was because
Oh, it is.
I didn't expect to get into a relationship, and
Oh.
we end up going to we have like a barcades here,
Mm.
and we had like a lot of fun. So I was like, okay, this is really fun. Like I want to do this, let's do this, like on our own time or something like that. So I bought a Switch and I was like, okay, this is actually really fun. And I missed that when I was really big on handhelds growing up. Had the Game Boys, everything. And I missed that. And I feel like part of it is like healing my inner child in some
Mm.
way.
Mm. I
I
know that's
agree
right.
with that.
Yeah. Everybody's gaming child, and then them just wanted to play something that's just keep them spaced.
Exactly. Like I was one of those kids walking up in Walmart, Game Boy, just like right here, everywhere I went.
Hey, I know y'all was those kids when your parents come into Walmart, y'all at the game station where they seen the screen up there,
Oh,
like,
Yep.
and
absolutely,
you
Yep.
was there
That
to
was
say,
absolutely.
"Hey,
me.
we leaving. You don't come in this car. We are
Mm-mm.
out of this area. We are going home." It's like, oh
Mhm.
yeah, give me 5 more seconds. All right, I'll be there.
You
And then
know, you
yeah,
know what? Like my mom, like whenever we go to like Walmart or something like that when we were kids, like my mom already knew where we was going. We was going to the back. She knew by the time she was done doing
Yep.
groceries, like all she had to do was go to the gaming area and we would be there. Okay.
That's the main spot.
Yes.
man, that was like
I
the
miss
hub.
that.
That was the hub. Now they don't even have
Mhm.
it. Like they're there now. They still got a Walmart and Target, but
It
Mhm.
it,
feel it looks like it's diluted now.
It's not the
it's
same. It's
Yeah,
not.
really
That,
not at
not.
all.
it's more modern, but it's just
Mm.
like, oh, we don't want the kids' neck to hurt. We want them to play and just look at the
That's
game.
the
Like,
whole point though. You have to go through the struggle. Okay. If I went through it and my neck is fine, they gotta go through it too. They're gonna be
Yep.
strong.
man, talk about you praying to God, but you look at the game. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like that's crazy. But the thing is so funny because I remember PlayStation was the game I played at the Walmart the most with those
Mhm,
like looking up the screens. That was like the
mhm.
greatest times because I mean the demos. Because I'm not gonna lie, as a kid,
Demos
oh
were
the
fire.
demos were playable. I played
Mhm.
it every
Yes.
time.
Yes.
I never knew why I liked that. I was like, man, I keep playing the demo, but I just want to keep playing it because it's like the game is not there, but it's there. So,
So do y'all remember demo disc?
oh, for
The
Oh,
PlayStation,
ones that
yes.
come in the magazines where you would
oh
buy
my
like
God,
I remember those. You're going
man,
back in
yeah,
time with that one.
yes,
PlayStation Underground,
yes.
PlayStation Underground. They stopped it though. That's crazy.
Yes,
I
Yeah,
love that.
those were the times. I don't know. I loved it. Like my mom, like we would always just I don't know. We would always go to Walmart and we would see them be like, "Oh, can we get this demo disc?" Like that like the pack of demo discs and it come with like 10, 15 games.
yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
Yep.
we would just play them nonstop, play the same mission over and over again. Never change nothing, you
Hey,
know.
it's funny because I remember, and you say that I had a memory come up. I remember even some of the demos had two-player games, and
Yeah.
you didn't even have to own the game. You're basically playing the same thing over again, and it's
Mhm.
like,
Yep.
oh, when the time's over, oh, the game's over. You got to play it again. It's
Play it
like,
again.
yeah, because I remember. I mean, I want to find those demos because I'm not gonna lie to you. Those things have high. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's some vintage to those games. You could
Mhm.
resell those in the future if they people find them from you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's some vintage to that. I mean, I don't think Xbox or even Super
Mm-mm.
Nintendo had that kind of stuff from PlayStation Underground because that was an exclusive setup for them to make the
Mm-hmm.
games be
It
seen
was.
in the magazines. I
The
mean,
magazines, yeah.
oh man,
Yeah. Can
'Cause
never forget those.
and it,
yeah, I remember like that's how I got introduced to Dynasty Warriors.
oh,
It was Dynasty Warriors 4 on the demo disc, and me and my brother would just like play that over and over and over again because you was taking out like thousands of enemies and stuff like that. You could ride on top of elephants or whatever. And then that's how we got introduced to this one game that is like really low key and a whole lot of people don't even know about it, and it breaks my heart, breaks my soul. It's this game called Kinetica. Um and basically you have like these humans on like they have like bikes, like they have like um they have like their bikes are pretty much hands or whatever, and you race. It was a racing game. And this was actually the engine that Santa Monica Studios used for God of War. So this was like a prequel. This was just like a test game for God of War. So I'm just like,
Right.
yeah, and that game was on the demo disc, and me and my brother would play it so many times. But they released it on PlayStation 4, and I bought it with the quickness, and finally was able to play the actual game.
Hey, there you go.
that's
Yeah.
dope. Yeah, those are good memories. I'm not gonna lie. I know one thing is true. I don't see too many documentaries about people playing those games, the demos. They don't. I don't think no one talked
Mm-mm.
about that.
No,
I
not
think
at
that's
all.
Yeah.
we might have to have a show on that in the future. I'm about to put that on my notes because
No,
You
that's a really
would.
good topic. Yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah.
Have a
that's
podcast just dedicated to that, an episode
yeah,
on that.
yeah.
Yeah.
PlayStation Underground. That has a lot of people's
Mm.
memories because I know my father, rest in peace. He goes to the pawn shop like I was talking about earlier before we got the show started. He took us there to buy games, and my nephew he could testify because he's seen it all as a kid, and I was older than him, so I'm like,
Mm.
yeah, we used to go there. My dad's African. He was like, Moses, we are not buying this game, okay? I don't have the money, and then you see the cheap one. Okay, you can have that game. It's cheap.
Mhm.
And it was just like we couldn't even buy the full what was it 40, $50 for PlayStation game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that was the times. But hey, I think that's a good one for the future. We could definitely talk on that.
Mm.
And
Absolutely.
yeah,
How did y'all like did y'all ever go to midnight releases?
I only went to one. That was for MKX.
What?
MKX. That was it.
What? Out of
Yeah. I
everything?
haven't been to one.
Oh my goodness, that was like a core memory growing up
Mhm.
for me and my brother. Like, and I miss that because that was like the only time my mama like let us stay up like super, super late, was to
Mhm.
go to like a midnight release. And I remember the GameStop near where we lived, like that, it would be like wrapped around the corner. People lined up, and we would get there so early, and we'd be there for hours. Sometimes they would be like, hey, if you want some pizza, it's $1 or whatever. Do you want a drink? And we bring like lawn chairs or something because we know it's gonna be a minute.
That's good.
I've
What?
seen people with tents.
Yeah, I've heard of those. It's wild that I never got to experience that. But yeah,
Oh,
that's dope. Though.
oh
You
man,
gotta
Grand Theft Auto 5, it
yeah.
was insane how long that line was. And I think I was there for maybe I think I was there since like 6 o'clock in the afternoon, waiting till 12
Oh
for
Oh
man.
that
man.
game. Cause it was like I'm telling you, you did not want to be there late because it was legit wrapped around the building. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, that's something I really wanted to
Mm,
see, especially with the MKX was just an
mm,
opportunity. I drove
mm,
there. It's right in the area in the same city. Got my physical copy, bought it. I
mm,
was so happy. Got
mm,
the Goro, the part of the your
mhm.
pre-order the Goro, and I mean, it was a good game. I mean, I even got the first release, but I didn't get to see the release to be in person. Was Division? The Division was a good game at the
Oh, I
time.
love the
Oh yeah.
division.
Great
Great game.
intro, great. Like they sold it,
Mhm.
but they didn't play like the demo on it. I mean, not the trailer. They didn't play like that.
No, it
Um,
didn't. It did not.
they tried to do something new, but it worked
Mhm,
out what it was. But it was definitely
mhm,
new. But To the next topic in that same
Mm.
conversation, the main topics. How does this affect Xbox Games Pass and console loyalty? You think? What do you think it would affect them with the Forza let me not say
Where's
it.
the
Forza
horizon?
Forza,
Horizon.
Forza Horizon 5 on the
Mhm.
PS5. Do you think it will affect the Xbox Game Pass and console loyalty? You
I
think?
I think people that are paying for Game Pass will be like, okay, what am I paying for then? But this is just one game, so it can go either way. It can either act as a domino effect of them adding more games to PS5, or this could just be like a test and be like, okay, our community doesn't like this. Let's step back and not do this ever again because Microsoft actually listens to their customers. So like I said, it could go either way.
Mhm.
It just depends on, I guess, where Microsoft is at that time, and who's making these final decisions. Do they think that this is going to benefit them as a company? Because honestly, if they continue to roll out more exclusives, for different platforms, it's gonna keep people from buying, Game Pass and stuff, and want to keep, because then they're just like, okay, why am I paying for this?
No, absolutely. It makes sense. Chris, any thoughts?
Yeah, I was thinking that's gonna affect it because they're gonna see all these games come out, and you're gonna have some people question if they should like get the Game Pass for the long term or if they should just switch consoles.
Hmm.
So it's really just up into the air. People are gonna pretty much choose what's more convenient for them. I feel like.
Hmm. Okay, smoke convenient. Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, and my thoughts is this. This is gonna be simple. I think for me, in my view on Xbox Game Pass, I think it makes sense. It would affect it because some people are, like I said, we talked about this earlier. It's been a lot of diehard fans, and
Yeah.
it's like they can never understand that this times have changed. It's not the same. It's not going back to the old days. I'm sorry, guys. You let it go. Grow into the new person that you're gonna be with Xbox as part of the multi-platform. That's the case. You can't change it. I mean, and then the console loyalty, I think we're kind of past that.
Hmm.
Go ahead. You got something better to say, Perp?
Oh no. It's
Okay.
just
He was
stretching.
like,
Raising
that,
their hand.
that was a sign of calling up. I'm like, what? You want to say something?
I mean,
Don't be shy.
I know. I mean, I've said it. It's just, I really do want Microsoft to, like, come out with some games that'll really humble Sony. That's it. Like, that's all I want. I want Microsoft to create more competition, because I mean, if you look at it in the day, people, especially when the PS5 was just releasing, people were going crazy. They were going insane, about getting the PS5. But they were still like Xboxes, just stacked up or whatever. So I need Xbox to step up, knock Sony down a couple of levels or whatever, and actually consider their customers, opinion. Because the way they doing us is absolutely insane. Mm,
Absolutely.
mm,
Yeah, it's definitely a marketing setup right now. About
mhm,
to go through. It's
mm.
times like this we're seeing for a reason. It's not just for no reason. But I do hope that it is works out for them. In the end, we'll see if it works out. If that's what they're gonna do, that's working. Because I don't know how they're gonna pull it off. Everybody trying to be so loyal to Xbox for these
Right.
console things. It's like console stuff is played out. All
Right.
right. So next one, we're on the same topic we're seeing now. All right, Xbox Cloud Gaming expands to LG TVs. So, guys, Xbox push into cloud gaming and smart TVs. Now, I think that's a thing that's going to be pushed on now because it makes money for more TVs to get sold.
Yeah.
But what do you think about that connected with the smart TVs? That's like a new phenomenon, like
I
TVs
don't
got to, yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like it.
okay.
Because it's
Mm.
like there's a lot of lag when it comes to these, like, smart TVs. And it just kind of disrupts the whole gaming experience. So I mean, I get it. They're trying to, just expand and always, implement this, implement that, but on a smart TV, I just don't think it's wise to have that.
Hmm. Yeah, I think so
Mhm.
too.
Mm.
Chris?
Yeah, I agree. I see what they're trying to do in terms of like expanding into like different categories and like smart TVs, but
Mm,
if there's lag and all that, then is it really worth it?
mm,
But in terms of like long term, I could see it being like a valid option instead of someone wanting to basically get a whole console when they can just go through the TV.
And it might be cheaper, so that might be like something that people might look at, but then it's just like, okay, just because it's cheaper doesn't mean you're gonna have the best quality. It's probably not gonna run, as smooth as a actual console.
Exactly.
And I
Yeah.
think people are just gonna be looking at it like, okay, the price point. I still have the game, but what's the point in having a game if you can't even, play the game properly? And I think that's the issue with the Switch. They tried to add, what was it? I heard 2K was absolutely dumpster fire on the Switch and unplayable, but it's still there. It's an option, but it's just not the best option. You basically paying the same amount of money, but it's not you. But you can't even run it properly. It's just I'm thinking it's gonna be like the same situation.
Yeah, that's facts.
Oh,
Same
yeah.
situation. It's like repeated history on something.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
You got Keith too much in the chat.
Keith, hey, that's my teammate. What's up? You want to come on, Keith? I know you a gamer.
Hello.
Come on, Keith. You want to come on, bro? I dropped the link, brother. Appreciate- Hey, this has been a thing since. Hey, I'm gonna send it you directly because you can check it out. You want to come on? Look at that.
Oh, you got it on the screen. That's cool.
I
Yeah,
love that.
that's hey, this is
Yeah,
stream, yo. I'm telling you, this
there we
taking
go.
places. Hey, them numbers go up. This is what you can do. It's powerful. It's crazy. Hey, Keith, you on Facebook? I'm gonna send it to you. You want to get the link? You're more than welcome. Come on, bro. Let me see. Yeah, you come on. You want to speak on the topic? You're more than welcome, man. I know you ain't no crazy flasher. Cause that's the thing now. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be careful out here.
Yeah, don't need any of those.
Definitely be canceled.
No, not at all. Preacher Moses.
Reach your mouse. Yeah, man. Hey, I'm gonna just send it here in the chat. I don't have to go up there. I thought I was gonna do it another way. Let me see. Yeah, cassette. Okay, invite. Yeah,
He
because
said he's
anybody try to come
watching.
on, they have to go through something else to check out how to get on. I'm just watching, brother. Okay. Well, you're more than welcome. You know the deal. You got the link. All right. Let's continue. All right. So, compared to this, how does this compare to past generation transition? Oops, that's the wrong one. Now, all right.
Oh, it's
What
reading everywhere for that
I,
one.
I know, right? I'm like, where the heck am I going? Okay. So, what does this mean for console gaming now? We're seeing with these times.
I honestly don't think it's gonna change a thing because the consoles are definitely more. Um, it's just a staple, I guess, in like households or something. It's always gonna be there. But like I said, it could just be something. It could be an option for people that don't necessarily want to spend that money, on a you know $1,000 plus PC or $500 plus console or something. But I don't know. I just feel like it's not gonna change much because this is like literally the standard right here.
Hmm. The standard would definitely
Mhm,
be the case of the PC. We're
mhm,
seeing that still getting more looks. So, I agree with you 100%. Chris?
Yeah. Yeah, in terms of console gaming, I feel like it's not gonna change the numbers too much. Like Perp was saying, it's for gaming on the smart TVs. I feel like it's gonna be a cheaper alternative, but I think consoles are gonna be like still on. It's still gonna have the spotlight, so people are
mhm.
gonna go to those more than smart TV gaming.
Mhm.
Yeah, because then it's just like at that point, it's just like, okay, do I need to buy like a different controller or am I using a remote?
Yeah,
And the remotes are like, they're not as responsive as a controller. and gonna have to deal with some type of lag or something like that. It's
Mhm.
just I don't know. I have my remote right here. Like, what are you gonna do? Play it like this, or I don't know.
Yeah, definitely is a
That
change
would
of
be
time.
tough to get used to.
Yeah, and I mean with these times, I mean, wouldn't you be shocked that they made one for the disability to have one like that now? 'Cause they made one for
Mhm.
PS5. I was just like, damn, they got one now. It's like, okay, Xbox better
Yeah,
step it up. But then
yeah.
again, they probably got a prototype ready.
Mm. I hope
So
so because this is definitely something that was needed a long time ago.
Hmm.
absolutely.
Mm.
Would you rather stream games or own the physical copies?
Ooh.
Physical copies. if if the price, if they had sales, you know, like the digital copies.
Mhm.
I'm a collector, excuse me,
Awesome.
and I like having the physical games. I don't know, maybe it's just because I grew up in the time where we had, shelves and shelves and shelves of games, and I don't know, well, like so the core moment for me was like, when you finally get like the game that you want, and on the car ride home, you would open it up and you would like read the manual, all the way home. So, and I know games don't have manuals like that anymore, but I just like that you can physically have it, show people your collection and stuff. That's just me though.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That makes sense. I can
Mhm.
definitely rock with that. Chris, what you got to say on that too?
Yeah, for sure. 100% physical copies. I've looked at both sides. Each side has its pro, but at the end of the day, I would like to have the physical copy, like especially growing up in times of PS1, 2, and 3, you always had those game covers. They had the manuals. Some of
Mhm.
them would have the maps. It would
Yeah.
be like a whole different experience. And plus, let's say what if something all the digital games you own, what if something happened to like the internet? Your internet gets cut out for a week. You can't even
Even
play the game
or
because
even
you don't
worse,
have the
your
physical
account.
copy. Yeah, exactly. So I
Mm.
for sure want to own physical copies. And
Mm.
being a collector too, it's cool to have those things. And I've seen a meme where it shows a whole bunch of
Mm.
PS1 games going all the way to the 5, and the 5 barely has any.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
you can just see them slowly like trying to digitalize everything, but I'm sticking to
Mm.
the physical copies at the end of the day.
Right. No, absolutely. That it makes sense to keep that in mind for the future. Just the physical. Yeah, the value is going to be so much higher when they sell
Mm.
that, but I think
Right.
that's there's going to be so much of a value for vintage later down the
Mhm.
line. Like
And
call. Go
yeah,
ahead.
my bad. It's just another thing too. Like I like to see both sides. So like, I can understand why people do digital because one, you can definitely game share. Game sharing is a blessing. I game share with my brother,
Mm,
and especially on a game that we both want. So it's just like, okay, I pay half, and then also with the subscriptions, paying for online, everything's cut in half. I ain't gotta worry. So yeah, I mean, I could just be, why most people do digital as well.
that makes sense. I should rock with that. Because the see thing with the digital is it's not that look with the system. I think I guys went through this, but when I had my PS5 offline, I
Mm,
can't play nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. I don't understand how
Mhm.
that's a thing. That's so crazy.
Mhm.
Come on now.
And that shouldn't be a thing.
It really shouldn't. I literally bought the game. I should be
Yeah.
able to play it offline.
I should be able to go into the middle of nowhere with the TV and my PS5 and be able to play the game, not have like not require internet service just to play a single player game.
Right. Or
Yeah.
be required to have PlayStation Plus.
Oh,
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
part. Yeah, that part. Exactly right. Okay. Let me see. And now the next segment is let me see. Yes. So the end of PS4 era, right? We know that's already here. Sony's moving to a phase out PS4 support on PS Plus.
I mean, it's just a part of the cycle.
Mhm.
They just now, not just now, but like they just now phased out. Um, what was it? Maybe like 2 years ago, like support for the PS3. So it's just a part of the cycle. And I think on there, like you can't buy any more games for PS3. So it's just a part of the times, just something that we're gonna have to get used to and expect. Eventually, the same thing's gonna happen for the PS5. As
Yep.
crazy as that may sound right now to say, but it's just gonna be a part of the cycle. Once the PS whatever come out, after a couple of years, you know, um, they're gonna do the same thing with the PS5. Just gotta kind of have to accept that.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta accept it at this point. You
Mhm.
can't even fight this stuff that's changing, but I get it.
Mm-mm.
I ain't gonna fight it. Chris?
Yeah, it's a whole rinse and repeat like example with softwares like for PC, for example. I remember at the time I wanted to use Windows 7 forever. I memorized like
Oh wow.
everything. It was perfect. Then you have Windows 8 rolling around. I did not mess with that. Then
Mm-mm.
eventually 10 came out and they were talking about shutting down the support for 7. So I was like, you know what, let me just go ahead and upgrade to 10. So I think this thing they're doing is just a cycle. Everyone's gonna continue to upgrade.
Yeah, all I gotta say is you PS4 people out there who still playing that system, this is how you gonna look.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Hey,
Starving.
yeah, y'all gonna be
Sorry.
starving. You know what I'm saying? That's Denzel for y'all. Y'all brothers starving. Y'all need to get off that PS4. Get you a PS5. Get a loan or something. I'm sorry.
Now get
Alone
y'all
is
a PC.
crazy.
Like I said, you don't want to be starving on these games. 'Cause I'm tell you right now, I understand, but like I said, that's what it's gonna happen. Y'all gonna be like this,
Yeah, that brother's starving.
and that means something. So get off that. PS5 is gonna be the way you go. I mean, PS6 coming in 2 years. Is that right?
Which is insane to me.
Three
I
years,
still
huh?
feel like the PS5 I think they need to add 2 more years to this.
I agree too. I feel like
Like,
they should have more games before they try to go into another generation, another console.
Yeah.
exactly. But then again, it's just Sony trying to keep up because they want to make sure that they're on top. They want to make sure they're on top of everybody. Okay, Switch 2 is coming out. All right. We don't know what Xbox has coming up, So now they're just like, okay, we're still worried about us, and we need to make sure that we roll out, something as big as a new system. I don't
Yeah.
think that needs to be the case. Like, there's still so much life, and you still have people on like the previous generation. Give
Mhm.
them time to enjoy their console. Give them time. Give developers give developers and studios time to perfect, and roll out, games specifically for the PS5, and not have to make two different versions, one for the PS5 and one for the PS6 or whatever.
Mhm.
You know, it's I feel like they're just moving way too fast, and it's like I'm equating it to how often Call of Duty rolls out a game, you know?
Right.
I know it's not on that level, but that's how it's feeling to me. So I think Sony needs to take an extra 2 years before they try and roll out another system, because there's still a lot of life left into this PS5. It is gorgeous, okay? It is, it's doing a lot of work, and I think it can handle a lot more games. So, yeah, just my opinion.
That makes sense. But that being said, let me just keep us going because we know time is up for 9:30, but we're gonna be going for a little bit so we can get this in this segment. Um,
Mhm.
Seeing here we're at this time, how does this compare to past generational transition from PS3 to PS4? You think from that time zone,
Mm, like, you're asking.
like the generation from transitioning PS3 to
Oh,
PS4 before we have the PS5? Like, how'd you
oh,
like that timing of that transition?
I think that was I don't know, people went so wild over the PS3, and then when the PS4 came out, it just wasn't as, like, exciting. I wouldn't say exciting, but just, like, um, I don't know. I feel like the PS3 also didn't have that many that it didn't really have a long term, I should say. It felt like that to me.
Hmm.
So I think people were just ready, for something new at the time. But I don't think it was I think it was needed because the PS3 there were a lot of features lacking in the PS3. And I think Sony took notice of that, especially dealing with, with how Microsoft, I'm not sure what system that they had out at the time, but I think they definitely took notice of that, and it was like, okay, we need to, push the PS4 out and make our system better, especially with implementing the party system because we didn't have that. I don't think so back in the on the PS3. Um, if I'm correct. I'm not sure.
Hmm. Okay. Makes sense. I could rock with that. Yeah. Chris, what do you think too?
I think it's from this going to PS4 to PS5. I feel like a lot more people are still going to be attached to the PS4. They're not in no rush because I would say if they had like more games or just something out there to get the people to switch over, that would like, I don't know, it would be more convincing to switch. But I feel like a lot more people are gonna hold on to their PS4s and maybe like just ride it out,
Mm.
Hmm.
I mean, but for how long though? Goodness. Like you're really missing out on, like I guess, what's like all the current games that are coming out. So I don't know. I get it. Like not everybody is in that position to, afford a newer console, but it's just like, what we doing here? um
Yeah, because I know Perp, and you're gonna be hearing this,
mm,
especially with the PS5 or PS4 players always talking about this.
mm,
Like I said, we got a lot of people who don't want to change, and then Perp gonna be letting them know.
Hey, but believe it or not, there's still some people on PS3. I seen it the other day.
Oh no!
Yes,
And
people still playing online.
I mean, PS3 still has some good games. I ain't gonna sit up in here in front. I didn't really get to experience it all.
Didn't I tell you? Cause I told you. And when did I tell you? A long time ago. And what did I say will happen when I told you? Exactly what just happened.
so, I mean, what we're gonna say? We're all gonna say the same thing, pretty much. But I mean,
Sure.
it's trivia. But finish what you're saying, Perp. Sorry about that.
You're fine. You're fine. I don't know. It's just I kind of lost track of what I was saying.
I know it was just like
I'm
what?
not
It's
gonna
just
lie. Yeah.
yeah. The sound bars be crazy. We're gonna
Yeah.
go crazy. We're gonna go, hey, you guys gonna have power in that area too. You're gonna be able to use them, so it's gonna be wild. So
Yeah.
yeah.
But I don't know. It's just like I said, the PS3 definitely does have some good games. I wasn't really able to experience a whole lot of games on the PS3 because during that time, my family didn't really have money like that to be
Yeah.
buying games.
Same.
So, I didn't really get to experience all of it. But there's definitely still some games I really wish I played on the PS3, and it sucks that they shut down the online store for it because then I would have definitely hooked that thing up. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's a
Right.
bet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now since that's the PS5 era, we know. Well, the PlayStation era, we know what that's. PS4 is done. Believe that
Yeah.
out the door.
Yeah.
Next one is the Nintendo expands classic game library. Now I saw this. Not Perp. This is your field.
Oh, man.
So I don't know if you played this. This is the Return of Ridge Racer 64 and other retros titles. You play those? Ridge Racer? Did you play that?
I did not.
Try it. You'll like it. I played a PlayStation version, but I didn't know that for Nintendo. So just know that's Ridge Racer. It's a Japan game. Nintendo loves their classics, but this is a good one. 64.
Oh yeah, this came out in 2000.
Yeah. You can look it up as you can look around, but it's definitely one of those retros. And other titles, I mean, were there any titles you looking forward to play?
Me, I want to see Paperboy.
Oh, Paperboy.
I want to see
ATL.
Paperboy. Yes.
Atlanta.
And I want to see the classic Super Mario Bros. That I played
Oh
back in the
yeah.
day.
Yeah.
I think and also I want to see like more of the OG Pokemon games, like Gold, Silver,
Oh,
Red,
that's
you
good.
know.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I never
I
got to
grew
play
up
Yeah.
with
those.
those.
Same.
You know, and I'd rather pay for it on a Nintendo Switch than use some emulator that crashes, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I've been
That's
there.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm still understanding that's a thing. Still, emulator
Mhm.
is just not the best. Yeah.
Mhm.
How does Nintendo Online game lineup compare to Xbox and PlayStation? You think, guys?
Um, I think okay, so I'm gonna say this. I think Nintendo's lineup, they have more quality games that kind of evoke a nostalgia kind of feel. But they don't have many. They don't have too many games, you
Mm,
know. And like I said, I feel like they are trying to expand. Like I know they got like I said 2K. I think they put Red Dead Redemption and Hogwarts Legacy on there, but those games you cannot run properly on a Nintendo Switch.
Yep.
Um and even what I downloaded the Ezio collection on the Switch. I didn't play it because then I realized I seen like the reviews or something like that on it saying that it doesn't run properly and stuff. So but I think like Nintendo is good for party games, you know,
Mhm.
Mario Party, Jamboree that just came out, games with friends and stuff. So um I think they have quality games, definitely for sure, but just not a whole lot of them that are like on my radar, you know. And a lot of them are indie games, and you're just like some people just aren't as I guess open to indie games. And you know, so a lot of that list, a lot on that list, people tend to just like ignore and be like, oh, I don't know about this, you know, like they have so many Japanese inspired games, and
mm,
you know, I guess it doesn't appeal to our market, you know.
mm. The market is definitely different for Nintendo. I'd say that much. It's a lot of
Mhm.
different games I feel like that was coming up, like Fire Emblem,
Mhm.
Yep.
Dragon Quest. Chris, I know you know about some of this to your Nintendo in your past. I mean, did you have anything on the topic?
Yeah, I've played Nintendo in the past, but in terms of like the game lineup, like Purple saying there's some games on there that doesn't run properly, like compared to like playing against someone on a PS5 and a person playing on a Switch playing Call of Duty, who you think is gonna have the upper hand? It's like
Mhm.
type of games aren't as good, but they do have wholesome games. Like I remember they introduced the Nintendo Sports recently.
Mhm.
Like a lot of party games, I feel like it's good for that. So I feel like in a way, each Nintendo compared to Xbox and PlayStation, they have their own different what's the word? Their own different contributions, I'd say.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay. Yeah, contribution is different for everybody. I mean, Nintendo's
Mhm.
been in the game. They passed Sony. That's one thing I learned about them. They're crazy good. Makes a lot
Yeah.
of sense. They're definitely in the run for that top spot in Japan. So they
Mhm.
killing the hand. I heard that PSP might come back. Just don't quote me.
I hope so.
Oh
'Cause
man, let me find out.
I actually want to buy a PSP. I never owned one
Oh,
before,
They were
oh,
great.
but
They
oh
were
yeah.
great.
I know they were great because when I was in high school, my friend, a family friend of ours, I used to sit by him on the bus, and
Mhm.
he had a PSP or it was a 3DS, whichever one. And I used to be so jealous, but he would let me play it only because he liked me.
Yeah,
Um
that sounds about right. Oh man.
Yes, yes, and I loved it because like I said, I grew up on handhelds. Like Game Boy.
Yeah.
I loved it. Because I could take it legit anywhere, and I wouldn't be bored or nothing. So I love that. And then I was talking to this lady in GameStop before I bought my Switch, and she was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." She's like, "I like handheld games too." And she said, "I got about like four PSPs that I just buy off of Amazon and stuff." And I'm like, "Dang, okay,
Dang.
girl, right? Like, what you mean with four PSPs?"
That's a bet. Yeah, the
Mm-mm.
PSPs was definitely the thing that was competing against Nintendo DS.
Mhm.
That was the thing. I had one in high school. I remember I left it in my locker. I forgot to lock it. Someone stole it.
Oh
Crazy.
no.
No.
Yeah,
Oh
and that was
no.
my nephew's PSP, surprisingly. So
Oh
I
man.
Oh
should never
wow.
I should never had it. And he lost a whole system with a game. I'm just like, how did they find my lock? I mean, they whoever checked the lockers downstairs, the students, they were always checking that for some reason. I knew they
Why are
found
you
out.
watching? Why are you watching people like that?
No, they weren't. They were just checking. I don't know who it is. They stole it. Checked the locker. They found it unlocked. They said, "Oh, I'm taking this PSP."
That's
Oh man.
crazy.
Hey, high school, man. This is an urban school. I mean, they don't.
Mm.
They don't care. They just take it and go.
Yep.
But hey, like I said, they take it. It's one thing I say about people who steal from others. You steal from me, it's gonna be hot because now it's not even yours. So when they're hot with that other stuff that ain't yours, you
Mm-hmm.
taking hot stuff that's someone's stuff. You're gonna be taking it now. It's gonna be taken by somebody else. So
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna steal it from
Mhm.
you. So I hope someone else got it. They stole it from him, whoever that was. But yeah. From that now, coming to the next part. What games you guys you want them to bring back into the retro? That's something you guys been looking forward to. Because I got a few in my mind. I'll say
Well,
this:
I have so many.
Super Mario.
I want for PlayStation, bring back Tenchu. You probably don't know that game. Tenchu is a ninja game. Tenchu.
That game sound familiar. Let me look that up.
Yeah, go ahead, look it up. Y'all Google search. That's
Clint said Diddy Kong Racing.
Diddy Kong Racing. Oh shoot.
That's a good one.
Mm, I
Okay.
have so many. One, Connecticut, top of my list. Okay, I hadn't thought this out for years. You could do tricks and it'd be amazing. It's not just racing and stuff. Definitely Connecticut. Um, a, updated version of SSX.
Oh,
Updated
that's
There it
version.
tricky,
is.
tricky. Oh,
Yes,
that's
tricky.
classic. My nephew played that Game Boy. I mean GameCube. That was crazy on
Mhm.
PlayStation. Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
I want to see like I guess the remastered versions of the God of War series
Oh
on
yeah.
on
Yeah.
PS5.
That could be
Or
Metroid would be cool.
oh yeah.
Metro. Oh yeah.
Mm,
They already did Resident Evil. So I mean, we already know those are done. We know they did all their remasters and remakes, right? So
Yep.
man, what I really want to see one game by mine. I'm trying to figure it out. You guys throw some out there. I'm thinking.
okay.
What-
Oh, one they haven't had in a while was Yoshi.
Yeah.
Yoshi Island. You mean that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, with the baby Mario and he's trying to protect them.
Yep. Yep.
That's
Remaster
Oh,
that.
that would be
That would be
nice.
pretty nice.
that'd be good.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I know they had, like I know they came out with the Tony Hawk game.
Oh yeah.
I was big on skating games as well growing up. Um, I'm trying to see, like, oh man. And I was also big on like The Sims, and like the Sims games were different on PS2 versus the PC. It was
Mhm.
a different experience. Yes, the PC was much better, but it was definitely like something special about the PS2 version. Um, dang, I'm trying to see like, mm, I'm trying to see what else games.
Ooh,
Google it. You got time?
Kirby.
Yeah,
Kirby.
Kirby.
Yeah. Kirby's good. I think Kirby has a great variety of games. Even because even Wario, that was a clay. It was a classic. Even on the DS, that was like a weird game, but it was pretty fun. And I go on this. I won't post it here because someone's gonna try to probably slash me out and take me. Oh, you can't post that. It's like it's an emulator site, but it's free. But it's a warrior game that you have to do the reaction to the little mini games. I was like, damn, this is a pretty good game. I never got to play this game as a kid. I had the other games, but system wasn't like having all the games. But Warrior's a good game.
I know. I want to see an updated version of Bully.
Yeah,
Oh yes, they
I
definitely have to remaster that.
Bully,
Mhm.
awesome, great game,
Yes,
Yeah.
for
Top
sure.
tier.
top one. Yeah.
For sure. And I also like Jack and Daxter as well.
Oh,
Yes, that's another classic.
I always thought
Mhm.
they're gonna bring that back, but they got it on a PS4, PS5 now for classic to play on.
Yeah, I know they got it on there for the classics, but I
Yeah,
want to see it, like
renewed.
updated graphics, better
Mm,
mechanics, because it definitely wasn't the best during those days. We just kind of took it because that's the only thing we had.
right.
Mm.
Let me see, because I'm definitely going through a whole list of games. Um, Dang. Was anybody like, I know this isn't like a PS2 classic, but were y'all ever a fan of like Heavenly Sword?
I think the game was pretty good for the first PS3 game. I think it just didn't catch my attention as a player.
Mm.
Like, oh, I gotta play it because at first I'm like, what the hell is this God of War female version?
Yeah,
And that's
that's
my
Yeah.
view at the time. I was like, this is like God of War, but the red hair. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
that one I haven't played, but I've seen some
Mhm.
some footage on it.
look, y'all
It
gonna get
looks
mad at me.
nice.
It does look nice. You ain't lying, but you're gonna get mad when I say this. I was
Oh,
gonna redo that game. They failed.
wait.
PlayStation All Star. They need to redo it.
Oh, PlayStation All-Stars. Yeah, they was hyping that game up like it was just gonna be the best. Okay, here we go. You got a PlayStation, let's get it.
Mhm.
Nah, I played
No,
it for a good minute and it was not fun.
yeah, I
Eh,
think it remind me of because Valhalla, that's the Brawlhalla. That's what
Brawlhalla, yeah.
Brawlhalla. It's like it's a way better game than that. Let's be real. I'll be
Mhm.
honest. I'm not gonna say, oh, PlayStation All Star was better. No, never. It wasn't. And even Smash Brothers, that's the top of all those
Yeah,
games. But
agreed.
it's sad because they tried it, but
Mhm.
it didn't work how they thought it was. But those are the new ones. Like they got like Ink. What's that called with Nintendo? Inklings, the squid, the one with the
Oh,
ink.
Inklings, yeah.
Yeah, Inklings. They had the foam stars. What the hell is that?
Mhm.
That's
I
that
like
thing
I
got.
I like foam
You
stars.
like foam stars? They shut that thing down so fast, like it was
It
a
did.
like a Rico charge. Yeah.
It had everybody, like everybody online was playing it. So that's like, I mean, I can't say that I'm shocked, but because newer games come out all the time to
Mhm.
replace it. But dang, okay, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
They didn't get a lot of traction. Apparently,
Mm,
they were just showing no progression.
mhm.
I'm sorry. Who made that as a title? Foam stars. I know I heard different podcasts say different names, like just you want the foaming with your brothers and having a good time. I'm
That's
good.
insane.
I'm good.
It sounds a little out of pocket.
You really
Whoa!
do though.
I need to get a sound effect for that, like a Diddy sound. Like take that.
Mm.
No,
Now,
take that out.
another game that a series really that I loved, and I think that they should remaster for like current gen is the Prince of Persia series. I
Oh,
didn't.
Yo,
yes.
ooh,
Yes,
the trailer what
yeah,
got me in that game. That rewind. I'm like,
yeah. Warrior Within. I'd never finished it,
oh man,
but
good
it
one.
was such a good game. I
Yes.
stopped playing it because of the Dahaka alone. Okay,
Oh yeah, that thing was
I
trash.
hated the Dahaka. All right, I had nightmares about the freaking Dahaka. But I definitely think that like that whole series, like the Two Thrones, I always wanted that game from the PS3,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but never got it. So I think that's something that they should definitely bring back.
Yeah, I'm about to pull it up actually. Since you said that, I think that trailer from the
That
first one.
trailer was great.
Oh man,
Oh,
that was like hip hop, but it was like Persia. It was like what? This is like a thing. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
And they
Yeah.
yeah.
the DJ and everything. I was like, damn.
Midnight Club.
Oh
Yep.
man,
Midnight
That too.
Club.
Midnight Club. You
That's
gotta
one
Yes.
of the best.
have
Can never
that.
forget about that.
Never
Yes.
forget that. That's crazy. It's about Midnight Club. I'm like, damn. Who brings a Midnight Club? You know what I'm saying? Damn. Let me
Had
see.
Hey,
such
real
good music.
ones know.
Mhm.
But you're right though. Midnight Club was the one that had our attention the most. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah. Everybody can see it.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yep.
That Indian music was playing at.
I can't hear it though.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
hear it.
the sound off.
It's sound off. Let me see. Like I said, we building and we flying. So let me go back. Damn. I thought we just play because I'm playing on my audio. But that's the way it crumbles. You gotta learn how to do it as you work on it. Let's see. Also share tab audio. Yeah, I should share tab. Okay, well, I'll just share my tab here. Select a tab here. Okay, that makes sense. I'm there. Okay. You see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Let me see. Play the sound. Here now?
Yep, there we go.
Crazy time. And this is the mechanics back in the day. It was crazy
Yeah.
good.
That's why I said like the creativity was just so on point, back in the day.
Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, rated T for teen.
Man, I miss those type of commercials. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Nostalgia.
I feel like
Yes.
they had that life to it, you know?
Mhm.
It had a personality. These commercials
Yeah.
now, they don't even like do like gaming commercials like that nowadays, don't they?
Nah, they don't put that
No,
time into it,
it's just all bland.
Yeah, it's all dark and stuff.
Is this the one you did, the dub edition or the
Dub
Xbox
edition.
dub edition? Let me see.
Yeah, the first
Hope,
one.
I hope it get no cars real big. I ain't going to copyright that mug. Oh my gosh, I'm scared. We'll see. If it does, I'll stop it. I don't know. We'll see. Crazy times. Rockstar made that too.
Dark games, yes.
Crazy times. That music made it good too.
It really
Crazy.
did.
Yeah, it gave it the whole vibe.
Damn. PS2 was crazy then.
That's what it was. To me, it's the best era of gaming.
True.
They had games like this. Everybody was able to be creative.
Right. Everybody was just so, and then all the brand of cars, you could just try them out. You didn't even own the car. You was like, I'm playing with the Chevy, Malibu, Mitsubishi, Mercedes.
Who the heck is racing that whole Escalade though?
Oh my
Escalade's
god.
had so much hype.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Much hype.
Everybody had an Escalade during that time.
Yeah. Man. I remember this game was so hype. My boy named Donnell, he loved this game. He just played it all through the night, just racing. And they had motorbikes? I mean, how did they even get in there?
Now the Need for Speed games during this time was also nice too.
Xbox. This product is not yet rated.
Agreed.
Yeah, definitely underrated for what it was. And then Need for Speed, we got to check that out. The last one, and we're gonna go to the next segment. I know we can't stay on it too long.
Yeah. Would y'all have wanted like an updated version of Def Jam?
Yeah.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Heck yeah. Oh man,
that would have been great.
Perfect. I love that. EA was. Whew.
When they actually made the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that graphic, man, it was good without all the people stuff. It was more so old school how they made the classic with this game, you know.
There was a lot of thought, time, and effort that went into it. Everybody wasn't so focused on making a live service.
True that. And the graphics weren't the best, but it definitely had impact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they did all this on PS2 just to make it work. It's crazy. Man, this is American Studio. Man. Yeah, I remember these areas. My goodness. We can bring this back. I think it can make a sale.
I think they could. Like, there's a lot of.
There's gonna be a lot of people. Yeah. A lot of people who played this first one, I think, are gonna buy this in a heartbeat if it comes out remastered.
Oh, five.
2005.
Oh, I feel old. Look at that. I couldn't even do that in the game.
Dang, all those cops.
Yeah, man. You know, this cops, there's someone not doing their job. Crazy stuff, yo, for real. All right, yeah, that's a good little flashback. I'll have to definitely make that in a segment. We could definitely react to stuff. That's some classic stuff for
I
real.
would love to react to
Yeah.
old like game
Ooh.
trailers.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that would be great.
Oh, you know what though? You know what? Let me pull it up. I might as well pull it up. That PlayStation Underground. That
Yes.
Yeah.
I look at. I was just thinking. I have something in mind. I'm like, what is I'm thinking? Let me see. PlayStation Underground.
Go ahead and bookmark that real quick.
Right.
Yeah, they definitely did it for a lot of justice for the young crowd. For us,
Mm-hmm.
it definitely helped us keep us out of the streets. Some of us. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing going. I was able to stay at home. This stuff is real. Here we go. Underground.
This is it, pal. PlayStation Underground CD Magazine. The first and only compact disc gaming magazine produced entirely
that.
for you,
Mm.
addicted, in the know, dedicated to humiliating
Shoot
your
blade.
best friend gamer in mind. Each issue is slam-packed with every ounce of exclusive inside information and demos, imports, hints, and cheats that'll rock your PlayStation right up
Oh,
that golden
shoot.
covered wood panel TV your mom gave you. 4 times a year, these 2 discs come shoot through that little postal hole in your door. That means we're talking at least 8 CDs, man, that'll give you and only you the inside stick from Sony Computer Entertainment America. What paper gaming magazine lets you be the first to actually play a
Crash Bandicoot.
adventure off
Man, that was my game.
game? Well, I'll tell you, none of them. Time to sit back and take it all in, because PlayStation's going to lift you up by the seat of your bagged-out britches and launch you straight into the rabid mouth of fully interactive You Participate magazine. Call 1-800-983-SONY. Get
We would never make commercials like this again.
Not
Get
at
it
all.
today.
That is crazy.
And the baby crying. What was that?
Yeah, I heard that
A
too.
baby crying?
Random baby
What
in the
kind of commercial? What? I'm like, what the heck the baby doing in the commercial?
Come,
Baby. Oh, remember this?
come closer.
Oh, I remember this in the demo story.
Matrix.
Oh, this gave me memory. I'm about to cry.
It's time to begin your journey.
Oh,
Damn.
man.
Gain exclusive access to demos and news with the PlayStation Underground CD magazine. 2 CDs per issue, 4 issues a year, 8 discs with playable demos,
Oh,
interviews with the game makers, behind the scenes at PlayStation events, hints, downloadable codes, and more.
oh man.
Be the
Man.
first to get
Goodness.
Twisted
information on the
Metal.
next
Dang.
generation of PlayStation and
Oh,
see
that-
Virtual
what you've
Fighter.
only been hearing about. Finally, a magazine that doesn't
That
make
was
you
Tekken,
read,
I think.
it lets you play. Call 1-800-983-SONY
I seen
or log
Spyro
into
in
the
there.
website to get 1 year's
I
worth
love
of
me some
issues and over
Spyro.
40 demos for less
Yeah,
than the
Spyro.
cost of a new game.
Yeah, they brought that one. Justice for making it.
As a
Mhm.
PlayStation Underground subscriber, you now have access to all the inside information a gamer could dream of. You're underground now. There's no going back.
There was so much culture. There was so much personality. What
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah, they need to bring all that back.
Yeah,
Man.
they're not bringing that back.
That's all we need.
If they would, man, they better pay me to watch. I'll watch them all. I'll do for work. Pay me to watch. For real.
That's just crazy how we came, how much we progressed, and now it's like, how McDonald's was really fun back in the day with
Oh.
Play pit.
with the play,
Man.
yeah. And
Right.
now I feel like now it's like old. It's we're like old, old people now,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Oh,
And that's how I feel is with Sony, and not just Sony, period, just gaming, actually, just gaming as a whole,
Right.
like it's no longer the fun playground that we were so familiar with McDonald's. It's now like this. We're trying to be modern. We're trying to appeal to an older crowd type of deal here, and I don't like that. We need to get back to the basics.
That's a very good comparison. We do need to get back to the roots.
Yeah.
They do. We need to change this host. The thing about the gaming change is just I think it's more about money than just the
Mhm.
game
Yeah.
itself. That's where I think we missed that whole concept. It was such a good time.
It
Even with my
was.
nephew, we played those co-ops. Like we played 64. The one co-op we played the most, he could tell you, is Dukem Nukem, and that was a very misogynist game. I will say,
I
very
remember that one.
strippers. We didn't even know what that was. We thought, oh, it's girls, and we was like, oh, why are you always saving these girls? We like, oh, they were pros. I said that.
Yeah.
Pros.
Pros.
That is
That's
a crazy way
whole
to
word.
say it.
No, this is YouTube and
That's the short word.
now you know that this is a lingo thing going. That's how it is.
Yeah.
I picked it up with watching these podcasts. So the pros were always in those games and they just promoted that. It is what it is. I'm not going there. But yeah, so this is February, Black History Month. They gave us a blessing. So let's see what they got for us. So see, let's just break down the free games for this month. So we have a couple. We have Payday 3, High on Life, Pac-Man World Repacked. So you guys heard about these new PS Plus games for the month? Payday 3, High on
That's
Life.
crazy. You know what? I am a fan of Payday 2
Okay, Payday.
and absolutely love the game because it was, you gotta collaborate and make sure that you plan, taking over a bank and stuff like that. And it's definitely a fun game with friends.
Oh yeah.
And I seen how bad it did. It did not get received well. Which is unfortunate, because it might be the end of the series, which is not good. But I think they also waited way too long to put out another installment, then people forget. But I know High on Life did really well. So that might be, that actually might get downloaded for me. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to those games. What was the other one?
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man,
Pac-Man.
yeah,
Oh,
and High on Life.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'll probably download all three of them,
yeah.
just to have something to play.
Guys, please sure to follow her if you want to check her stream. She's there on Twitch and YouTube, right? YouTube as well.
Who?
You. Her
Oh,
streaming.
I don't stream on Twitch. I mean, on my bad, YouTube.
Okay.
I need to make that switch and just stream to get like stream on both platforms.
Okay.
But once I do get a PC, I do plan on uploading videos, gameplay videos. So hopefully that can happen within the next year or so. So yeah.
So we're gonna get you right. We'll make sure you get on the ASAP. You gotta get that started because the money's there and the people come and they just gotta watch. That's it. And you're gonna get
Right.
set up. We're gonna
Yep.
get you right. Chris, same thing. These games you get for the plus. I know you've seen the title for the February. This is what we've been given. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, for Payday, I haven't played too much of it. I remember playing maybe a couple hours worth. I think that's a pretty good game to play in a group.
Yeah.
High on Life, I haven't played much of that at all, but I remember when it first came out, that's all I was hearing about.
What is it? How life?
It's a very trippy. It's like you took drugs. Like,
Mhm.
it's you're under
Oh,
the
basically
influence
Tinder.
and you're going through you're
Stoner
playing like
Simulator.
pretty much and you're like but you're like on a mission or something like that. I watched somebody on stream play it for a bit, but I didn't really kind of get the most out of it. It looked interesting and it's
I,
different, it's not what your usual game is going to be. So it's
I
it's
think
pretty
the weapon
interesting.
talks to you as well.
It does. The
Yeah.
weapon is alive because you're high.
That I think I seen that. Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And then the Pac-Man. I mean, that's just
Mhm.
Pac-Man. We all
Yeah,
know.
Yeah.
last one, Pac-Man's, that's
Mm.
self-explanatory. That's a classic right there. I say
Mhm.
that
Speaking of,
one's definitely worth playing.
we gotta try to watch those. Now I know you probably seen this on the Game Awards. They show that new game show series called Secret Level. Y'all watch that?
Secret Level?
Oh, y'all never seen it?
No.
Wow, we gotta
Ain't
watch
seen
that
that
one
one.
day. React to that. That's a great thing to see because they're showing the games like Sifu. Surprisingly, God of War was in there mentioned, and it's like
Mhm.
just a series. Um, and then Pac-Man. But the thing is, it's like a short animation for 10, 20 minutes. And Mega Man too. It's like whoa, it could be a show, but they're like showing it as a series for the developers. And then they're gonna show Concord's head up in there and say, y'all just got shut down. You just shut that down. Why are you bringing Concord as an animation? But that's hey, I'm not here to call it. We understand. We don't
Just
judge.
rest in peace to Concord.
Yeah, that should be a
Y'all
stain
survived for barely a month.
on a month. I mean, even
That's
Film
right.
Stars did better than them. I was
It really did.
did. You know what I'm saying? But shoot,
Yeah,
I'll say this.
I feel so sorry for them because they spent a lot of money saying, "Oh, this is gonna be the next best live service."
Yeah, and just flopped.
Flopped. Oof.
I honestly thought, why would you charge for this? Who buying this? I don't know. And don't get me wrong, you did the sister wrong with the shades and the. I'm like, why you do that, girl, in that game like that? That's one of the dumbest things I've seen. You got a comment, guys. I gotta address this comment. I'm sorry. All right. What does the panel think will happen with MLB The Show 2025? It is not coming to Game Pass. Xbox fans have to buy it. You think MLB took it from GP because of the all 10 hype?
Otani.
Okay.
He's a Japanese baseball player.
Oh, and
Mhm.
want the $70, or Microsoft didn't want to pay premium to keep it in GP. What do you guys think about this? I'm not too. I'm not familiar with MLB. I think I know what this is. I think we talked about this the other day with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too much in MLB myself.
I used to be into MLB. Like a long time ago. Let me see. I'm gonna read this comment again. It's not gonna Game Pass.
Oh, it comes out in March 18th.
March, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. Like Otani, he has been killing the game, and he has been like really making a name for himself. Not just in the US, but in Japan. So I think it's just all about money, at this point. Like he's very marketable, and people it's sad to say, but America likes foreigners. They like to market foreigners or somebody that's not the standard. So they're gonna run this up, and I can't say that I'm shocked, that now they want that they're taking it away from Game Pass. It's just all about money, and people really like Otani, so they're gonna kind of just milk him as a way to make that money, unfortunately. Now I know some people are not, some people I feel like are going to be really upset about that, but you just gotta remember, it sucks, but it's like everybody, like all these companies are looking at this as a marketing standpoint. How can we make more money? And this is just one of those cases, and it sucks, but ain't not that we can really do about that.
Yeah, that's that pop smoke. Born.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
I
He
can
has.
see it being a money thing for sure.
He has a lot of hype around his name right now because he is really doing his thing in baseball. So
Oh, he has another question.
Okay, pull it up.
yeah,
What's
I wrote
happening?
you.
So, would a panel pay $100 for GTA 6 base game, or will you hold out and show the devs we are not going to support the price hike?
I only support price hikes if I see that it's worth it. I have to see, what am I getting out of this game. You know, I do think that is absolutely ridiculous that it's going to be $100. And I was looking at that like, okay, y'all getting beside yourselves. But you know what? There's always going to be, that there's also going to be a select few that's just like, okay, I don't care. I have the money. I'm going to pay for it. And then, it doesn't affect them, but it affects the people, like regular people like us, because then they want to buy the game. They want to show the content, first. Everybody's trying to be first in making that content. So they are willing to pay. They're going to pay that $100, and they're going to say, okay, well, hey, sucks for you. I'm gonna put it blunt. Sucks for you. If you don't want to pay the $100, that's fine. You just won't have it first, and therefore you have to miss out on creating content. You know, you can't. It's hard to get people to band together and really just like stick to their guns, because there's always gonna be a few people that are like, you know, I don't care about y'all. I'm in this for myself. So I don't know.
Oh, it makes sense. I can
Yeah.
rock with that. There's a lot of speculations with the time and the pricing, and GTA 6 has a lot of stuff going to be mentioning in Florida that's going to make the price. I don't know if it's just the Florida thing. I'm thinking more of a why is the culture being more involved? It's just the part of the game. A lot of people are trying to sue, like this guy with the Joker
Yeah, the
face.
Joker.
Oh yeah.
You don't owe me that money because you guys took my face and da da da. I was like, okay, we get it, man. This is not gonna. They're not gonna give you no money. This is
They're
what it is.
not.
Not at all.
Orochi Yami. Me acknowledging my guy. Sorry for that. Can't wait to for Forza. Okay. PS5 in the spring. Also, it's coming soon. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. We'll
Yeah.
definitely.
I'm definitely though excited for GTA 6. Like I bought a 2 terabyte SSD for my PS5 just
Oh,
recently, so I should have been
you
had it.
ready?
Yeah, oh, I'm ready. I'm absolutely ready. But you know, I don't know. It's just I hate giving companies power, and that's why I don't buy DLCs or spend a whole lot of money on cosmetics and stuff like that unless I see that
Mhm.
it's worth it. But people are gonna pay that price. It sucks. And it's unfortunate because nobody needs to be paying $100 for a single game. And
No.
that's
Yeah,
probably
for the
that
base
that
game.
yeah, exactly. The base game. Now, I
It's,
can see if it's a deluxe edition
Yeah.
or something like that, but that's just the base game. And at that point, it's like, come on, now, y'all are being absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I get the times that we are in. I get that it takes more resources to make these games, but you need to have the consumer in mind. Okay, $100 for a base game. I that's doing too much. That's doing
yeah.
absolutely way too much.
Mhm.
We got another comment reply.
Mm.
She's going to pay the 100. NBA 2K26 and COD is next. Woo!
Uh-uh.
No,
Look,
that's too much money.
no. You got it all. You got it all mixed up. I'd probably wait for a sale or something like that. Okay, I am not one of those type of people that just jump on the first thing. Okay, and I haven't even bought. Look, I look. The new Call of Duty came out. Whatever. Like what last year? It's on sale for $50. I see that it is now worth it. Okay, I ain't paying $70 for the same game. All right. So, and 2K, regarding 2K, it just got a whole group of people in a chokehold. We ain't even gonna discuss that. Y'all be paying some extra exorbitant amount of monies for y'all players. That's
Yeah.
you. That's your life. I ain't gonna judge, but you see that it's worth it. I don't. You
Yeah.
know.
And
Yeah.
they're gonna be hitting us talking about, bro, I can't make it, bro.
That brother's starving.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah, they be going for that money because they need
Gonna
help
be
with their
one of
rent.
those.
The
Exactly.
amount I've heard that people have spent on 2K games period is just absolutely crazy. Okay. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, it ain't worth it. That's what I've been noticing. Everybody's talking about all these past things. They've been talking about how the money is with that. It's just the funny thing is they add all these little increments to the game. Then
Mm.
later you find out you just didn't have the full game. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people
Mhm.
are gonna pay that, you know? And that's what I miss about, like the PS2 days. It was one and done. You had one
Yeah.
opportunity. Get it right the first time. If not, wait till the next installment.
Oh, absolutely.
Chris, what do you think, bro?
Mm.
Yeah, I personally think $100 for the base game is just way too much. I'd personally wait it out unless I have like a group of people to play it
Mm.
with. Then I'd probably give in. But most of the time, I'd rather just wait when it
Mm.
comes to that. I've had some times where I've played free games that are a lot better than some of these games that have like outrageous prices. So I personally wait, but since it's
Mm.
GTA, I would only get it if like a group of
Mm.
friends was willing to get it at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part because I know my group of friends are going to get GTA 6. And I'm like, dang it, y'all need to look at it. Look at this logically here, not just, ooh, new piece of candy.
Yeah. Hey, Banana Dreads in the chat said W stream. Appreciate it.
Eh.
Hey, pull it up. Let's see. You know you got the right. You can do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
click
do,
it
huh?
on. Yeah, you
Do I
do.
start? Oh, yeah. There we go.
There you go, brother.
Look at
Yeah.
that W stream.
I ain't that controller. I ain't the emperor now. This ain't the Star Wars series. Ultimate power. You got that kind of power.
Hey, be sure to follow us, chat. We got more to come.
Right.
Exactly. What was the next comment?
And yeah.
Okay. This is okay. So we got the last coming up. This is to the community interaction. Just to well, we'll close it out after this. This is the last one for that. Before that, this is So what do you think is serving better for gamers, guys? So we want to ask this question, and this is for you from the panel. PS Plus or Game Pass? This is not that much. I mean, it's just a quick answer.
I mean, Game Pass for sure. PS Plus is this I don't like this tier system. And I like what they have in like the classic catalogs, but I do not like that it's locked behind $129 or plus like subscription service. That's absolutely ridiculous. And it's not like we didn't own these games before, and it's not like you really do not even own these games. You just are streaming them, So that makes me more inclined to just buy the physical games for the PS2 because you can buy them online and just hook up my PS2 and play those. So I don't know.
Makes sense. Chris,
But yeah,
thoughts on that?
those two, I've had both of them. I had PS Plus and Game Pass. I'm leaning more towards Game Pass because I feel like they put more than the newer games in there without you having to wait that long. Example, like Stalker 2 came out, I didn't have to pay for that. It just went straight to the Game Pass. Along with what else? Yeah, Black Ops 6. I was just playing that not too long ago before we got in here actually. And that's just through the Game Pass. And I only paid like what, $10 a month for the Game Pass, which compared to PlayStation Plus, I feel like it's a little bit more, and you don't get as much compared to what Game Pass is giving.
That makes sense. Yeah, that Game Pass has a lot of benefits. I'm hearing about it. I've read into it. I have not gotten it. I've had Xbox 360, but never Game Pass. I had the Gold Edition account. Great stuff. Never had it since then. Been thankful for my brother for that. But I like Plus only because of the classics. That's it. But I think Xbox Pass probably is better. I can agree with the perp and also the Chris. I agree with y'all. Y'all have the right knowledge on that. I can see why it's more popular. But no, I think Game Pass is the better. It's the better option. This is what I gotta say. So the community that's watching this, first time watchers, because I want you guys to know we're gonna make this page not the official page. It's just temporary. I'm only using my page to be the bridge for now till we get the real page started, and then we're gonna move it there. But this is something I want y'all to know. We got these questions for you, people out there who are watching. Do you think Sony should respond to Xbox multi-platform move? And this is to the questions. If you guys don't answer, it's up to y'all. But that's up to you communicate. And then this is a rapid question. It's a fact question for us. So to recap. So guys, following up on what we talked about today for this conversation, do you think this is a topic in mind that was helpful to people to know that we should all be aware of, especially with the classics and the Xbox and the 360s, or not 360, the Xbox and the PlayStation platform multi, and Nintendo just bringing the retro back? I mean, y'all think there's anything this could help somebody out there who can maybe use this opportunity to get better games in their lives? Maybe something you can recommend just so people, if we would close out. Don't all go at once now. Just one person at a time. Try to get it on there. Get that cleared out when we get out of here. Others?
Wait, I'm sorry. Say it one more time.
I said the question. I made it too long. I was.
Yeah, I kind of got lost a little bit.
I do that. I was saying what the question was. What
Yeah.
in this conversation do you any final thoughts like from discussion? Do you think there's anything
Um,
people can gain from this to get better perspective, how to get the better games? Um, the comments responded. Let me just take that for now. For Sony, I think they should put multiplayer games on Xbox. Helldivers 2, they already have Destiny 2 and soon Marathon.
Oh yes, that is another game. Helldivers 2. I have
love
that on
Helldivers.
PC, and I've had many friends on different consoles that we're not able to play together, and that really sucks.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
So I agree with that.
I love Helldivers too. It is such a fun game. And like I said, I think we just need to get past this like, just keeping things exclusive because like when the Division 2 came out, I wanted to play with so many other people, but I couldn't, you know, because they have the game on different consoles.
Hmm. Yeah, I haven't gotten to Helldivers yet, but I talked to the brother about that, saying we're gonna play. I know GZD. I think that this is the guy I know. I'm his. Well, I won't say we're live, but I met. We talked on the same because I work my job in the same city. But yeah, I think about getting it. That's actually one of those games I'm considering. But you said you played Division 2. You had nobody to play with at all.
I played with my brother for a minute and then
He
he
got a
dipped off.
he
And
grew
then I
up.
was just soloing. I was just a lone wolf. But then
Solo dolo.
yeah,
Solo
solo
dolo.
dolo. But then when I got back into streaming, there was, I'm in that space where people want to join and I can't
Yeah.
join them. And I'm over here making connections. I was like, okay, you got this game. Okay, bet I got the same game. What console are you on? And then I can't play with them. That's
Yeah.
the issue. It's so annoying.
Mm-hmm. Hey, shoot. Hey, understandable. Completely understand. Chris, any final thoughts too?
No, I think the same thing because it sucks that you're unable to play with someone just because they're on a different console when the game is multiplayer and we're in the year 2025. You would think majority of online games would be cross compatible these days,
Hmm.
Yeah.
but
Nah, that makes
that's my
sense.
thought on it. Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
said, I just really, I think the gaming industry needs to shift. It really does because it's not anything what it used to be. Like I said, we went on a whole nostalgia trip and what gaming used to be,
Hmm.
and I prefer having games that are lighthearted and just easy or something like that. Like everything doesn't need to be serious. That's why, and I hate this. When Knockout City came out,
Oh man,
oh my,
that game was so fun.
that's my game. That I
Yeah.
when I like I'm in a gaming group and like all when I tell you all of us literally got together just to play that one game. It made me just want to get on that game and train and get as many matches in just so I could beat their behinds and stuff. Okay.
Hey, hey, that slam to
Yes.
be with the spin. I'm just like, wow, that's crazy.
Yes, we need more games like that. And I will test to the heavens up above, bring that game back. We need more games like that, something that's not so serious. And
Hmm.
Marvel Rivals has like kind of replaced it for me a little
Yeah,
Oh
bit,
yeah, great
but
game.
good
it's just
game.
not the same because we could either was they had different modes that you could do, like that you can, play and stuff, and it was a community type of game. And like there have been so many nights where I just was on stream, what? Today's Knockout City night. I don't know what I have planned, so I'm just gonna make it a Knockout City night and
That don't sound right, but
just
we get
hop
it.
on there. Yeah, just hop on there. Yeah, I'm not sure if anybody's into liqueur, but sip a little something and enjoy my time on there, not take it too seriously. You feel me? So that was definitely a game that was like I was so hurt. I don't know, that was about the worst heartbreak ever to
Hmm.
see that game like just go away.
Yeah, it was crazy. I thought something happened. Like maybe the devs couldn't develop it any better. I don't know what,
Mm.
what was the issue. They didn't give us no
Yeah.
warning about. They said,
Yeah,
"Oh, yeah." They didn't give us no really good reason. They said, right? They just drop it
they
off.
they said something along the lines of we're working on other projects and
One
we're
of
trying to
those.
improve those projects, so we have to cut off Knockout City.
Oh man.
It's I don't understand because they had a whole creator program that you could apply to. Like it's not like there wasn't a following. There was definitely a following. So this was just kind of out the blue for a lot of people. And I'm not gonna lie, I dropped off for a minute, but just because there were different games and stuff like that, but Knockout City would always be the game that I would come back to.
All right. We got a comment from GZD. What games would the panel would want Sony to put on Nintendo Switch 2? For me, Astro Boy or Little Big Planet if is a no-brainer, easy money.
Ooh,
Little Big Planet's a
Little
good
Big
one.
Yeah,
Planet.
that's a classic.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
that's good.
love that game.
Good for the kids.
Mhm.
Sony to Nintendo.
And I'm talking about classic Little Big Planet, not the Sackboy Adventures.
I was just thinking, like, is that one of those two? It's like, isn't that a Sony?
I mean, it's in the same universe, but it's not the same. I'm not even into platform games like that, but Little Big Planet got me into like platformer games.
Yeah, you gotta have those. Those are classic. Always keep
Yeah.
Yeah, for
High
sure.
beginnings.
school. Come on now.
Those humble beginnings with those. I couldn't even afford a game yet. I had to play those demos for some years.
Like,
I was struggling with that time. I did not have no game fully. I had to wait till to get my job up.
we
Yeah.
all been through some type of struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, to answer that question, I think Black Myth Wukong would be a pretty good one to add to Switch.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
think so? In a game like that?
I think so.
Hey,
I think it will be good. Maybe even Spider-Man 2.
Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Even
Mm,
that one too could be a good addition.
Oh yeah. Those are the two I can see at least.
Yeah, I think for me, I could probably see them adding their what game am I? Tekken, because I'm the fighting game kind of guy. So if you know,
Yeah.
Tekken or Street Fighter 6, that could be also added in there, in my opinion.
I just want to see classic Pokemon games. That's all I want.
You want some
I'm talking
power?
about. I'm talking
Bring
about.
back Emerald.
I'm talking about the green and black screens. That's what I'm like. Not even the color. Okay,
Uh,
not even the Game Boy Color. That's what I want. I want the classic Pokemon games.
you play
That
Power
would
World?
be amazing.
No, I did not.
Yeah,
I did
try.
not.
Yeah,
I
try.
heard it was the same pretty much, but I don't know.
Hey,
Yeah, I've only seen gameplay. I haven't played that one.
it's on PS5 now. You know that, right? It's crazy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
Oh
how far
wow.
it got. They said Nintendo's trying to sue, but
Yeah, they did, but
yeah,
I don't know how successful they're gonna be in that endeavor and trying to sue them.
yeah.
I get the point that they were trying to make, but
Pokemon.
yeah.
It's in the game with guns.
Hmm.
How you take that away? I don't get it, but
Right.
hey, they got them. They got those. The Ambu Black Ops. They're gonna send them to lawyers. You know what I'm saying? From Naruto, that's what I call them. Ambu
That's
Black Ops.
crazy.
For real. All right, y'all. Well, this was a good show. I appreciate everybody who can make it tonight. I know Di could not make it. Then she was stressed. She said she's tired. She said, I'm gonna be on the game. She playing the game. She chilling. So I told her, hey, just watch us. Don't worry. You're gonna take a break. We'll see you the next one. But no, this is a fun stream tonight. I'm so glad we did this show. I
Yeah,
was
this was
actually
great.
yeah. It's no nervousness I thought would be afterwards. I think I'm sure because Chris, I've
no.
interviewed we did crypto talks in the
Yeah, we
past.
did the crypto podcast. I was telling Perf about that one.
Yeah, it was a good time. And then Perp, this is your first podcast, right?
No, it's not.
No. Okay. Well, that's good. So we got bets in here. We ready to take on the next shows.
Oh, absolutely.
But I would definitely love to have some of the guys who are in the comments to come up in the future. Definitely would have guests in if you're trying to jump on. Just be sure to follow us, like Chris said. Follow us in the chat. And I'll probably just throw the links in there. That's why I have the people put it in their IGs and stuff, so we can see that. So I'm gonna throw it in there to make it easy for you guys. Let me see. Make sure everybody get to find y'all. I'll do that for y'all. Don't worry. Easy for y'all.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problems. I'll just snag it off real quick. Because Twitch is going to be everybody's usually their first main.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Perp, I'm going to throw yours in there next.
Okay.
Yeah. So, guys, I hope everybody having a great night. Try to be safe out there on a Saturday. I know it's 10 p.m. Oh, shoot, not the Instagram. Tried to do the link. Almost set the wrong one. Yeah, not good. But yeah, guys, have a good night. Be safe out there. We're about to call the night. Why is it not adding it? Because I know everybody's been having their days this week. It's been a tough week for everybody.
It's been a tough couple of months. I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
It's ready. I'm ready to see some sunshine.
Yeah, especially with these times. I just
Yeah.
put their links in the chat. That's Perp and that's Chris. Check them out, please. On both ends on YouTube and Twitch. I shared it on there and X is also. Guys, please subscribe and check them out. And we're gonna have the other page up soon. I will make sure to add it in there, and you guys will be able to know where to find us all at in one page. It's be on the Major Gamers podcast, and this is the first episode. I would say episode 0. So the first official one will be out next time. We'll be working on that. But let's see this go through, and we hope to get guys next time. Be sure to like and subscribe. And they'll be up. I'll be put up tomorrow. I'm gonna work on that, and you guys can follow that main page on X, Twitch, YouTube, and I don't know. I want to put Kick up there. We'll all talk about it and figure it out because there's Rumble too. Because Rumble,
Yeah.
oh, you can say what you want. I'm gonna say beep. I'm not gonna say here because it's kid friendly. That's Rumble. We're gonna Rumble there, but yeah, guys. Hope you guys have a great night. I'm gonna end it right here, and yeah, we'll catch you guys next time. And peace, and y'all have a great one. And we off this thing. Have a good night.
Bye.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.